Hi guys, welcome back to Bella's Big Adventures. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Ridge Monkey Compact Sandwich Toaster, the extra large, and we're going to be taking that and the BioLite Camp Stove 2 to the park to cook a meal for 2 people, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, so stay tuned to see how we get on. So here we have the Ridge Monkey. It comes in a beautiful neoprene case to protect it. It's fairly lightweight. It's got a small zip, and you just pull it out the bag. It's got some instructions, and as you can see, it's got some ridge surface to help heat distribution. It opens up, and inside we've got the handles, which are magnetic, and on the other side we have some utensils. Now these are made of a lightweight die-cast aluminium. They're also fluoropolymer non-stick coated on the inside, so you don't really need that much oil or anything to use them. So the handles have a little button which you just clip on, like so, and the same on the top. And then they fit together with a magnet and hold quite firmly. And you can put it on any sort of camp stove. You can, if you hold them at 45 degrees, slide them apart, which then makes 2 very usable pans. Lots of motorhomes and vanners use these as their pans. They're lightweight, they don't take up much space. It is actually called a Connect Compact Sandwich Toaster, but obviously you can, apart from fabulous toasties, you can make almost anything in them. So we're going to head out into the wilds, take some ingredients with us, and see what we can cook up. Obviously when you finish cooking, you just unclip the handles, wipe it out, put your utensils back inside, and they very neatly fit back into the case, which is really handy. I think the original version of it didn't have removable handles, so it made the whole item much bigger. This extra large one is 235 by 205, so it's not huge, it's not that heavy, and it'll be perfect for camping and caravan, going out into the woods and having a campfire. And then it all fits neatly back into the bag, so you can take it home cleanly. So we've arrived at the park. We're just going to light the BioLite Camp Stove 2 and get the hot water on to boil some pasta. Today we've got some pellets as well as a few bits of kindling. We've got the biofuel pellets that you can buy from BioLite. Seeing as we're cooking food, we thought we'd cheat a little bit rather than forage for some wood. So we've got some flames, we'll just let it get going for a little while and then we'll get the water on. So the plan today is to make some fresh pasta and some chicken leek and mushroom sauce to go with it. Well, that's the plan anyway. So Douglas is going to chop us up some chicken. We've already chopped up the leeks and mushrooms and some garlic, and we're going to boil the water first and then take it off and cook the chicken on the Ridge Monkey, which I showed you earlier. And the water is getting up to boiling now. I think the fire pressure's up to about 5 now. It's fully charged and we're only on 2 fan setting. Right, so we're going to take the water off and then start cooking the chicken, and then we'll reheat it just before we put the fresh pasta in. Right, time for the chicken to go on. Now this is the first time we've used the Ridge Monkey, so we've no idea if this is going to work or not. But the good thing about it is that you can just flip it over, so if you were doing omelettes or things like that, you don't have to scoop things and turn them over, you can just turn the whole pan over. Right, so we'll just flip it over so that the other side can cook without us having to fiddle about. They're not sticking anyway, and we haven't put any oil in the pan or anything, so doing quite nicely. It works like a little oven really with the lid closed. So now we're going to add the leeks and mushrooms and a little bit of garlic on the top. Lovely. Oops. What do you think, Bells? Is it going to be a nice chicken dinner? Close the lid down. And then we can turn her over again so that the leeks and mushrooms get a good scalding. You can see for the steam, but I think that's about done. So we'll get the water back on for the pasta, which only takes 1 minute to cook. So we're almost there. So we've got the water back on to boil. The pellets seem to burn quite hot compared to the sticks that we used in a previous video. If you haven't watched the previous video, we did a review of the BioLite Camp Stove 2. There has actually been an update since then. It's now the Camp Stove 2 Plus. But the only difference is that the power pack actually holds more charge, and the Flex Light now has some fancy chroma light LED or something. So they haven't actually made it a third generation, it's just a minor update, so nothing else much has changed. So I'll put a link to the BioLite review video that we did last time, and you can check it out in the description below. Right, we're ready to put the pasta in, which will probably cool the water down instantly, but we have some fresh tortellini. Looks good. And just bring it back up to the boil. It takes all of 1 minute to cook, so we'll be sorted very soon. So we've had a minute of cooking, so now we're just got to put the lid back on and drain some of the water off. So we brought along a little tub with some mustard and a little bit of stock cube in it, which we're just going to mix into the pasta. There's obviously little remnants of water to mix it in with there. And then we're also going to add some local cheese, which is Brinza. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. So we're going to have a nice, it's slightly salty if you've never had it. It's, I don't know what you would compare it to, do you? That's quite a lot. It's going to be quite a cheesy pasta. So we'll mix that in, and then we'll add the vegetables, which we've just put back on the heat for a couple of minutes. And Doug's just stirring in the Brinza now. Obviously, if you can't get that, you can use any sort of soft cheese. We quite often use Philadelphia Light, which works equally well. It saves a few calories too. Alright, we're going to put the vegetables in now. 45-degree angle to that's it, rise it apart. And then we're going to put it all into one pan, hopefully. Looking good. If it'll fit. I think it will. And then we'll just give it a little stir. We have bought a little bit of grated parmesan to sprinkle on the top, so we'll do that in a minute. Perfect. Doug's going to dish up. That looks good. Perfect. There's a little bit of slurp in the bottom, a little sauce. Perfect. What I didn't say about the BioLite last time we did the review was that it stays burning until all the fuel has gone away, and you can't really see inside there, but you end up left with a few ashes, not very many, and then you can just tip them out. Got a little bit of salt and pepper as well, and Bella gets a little biscuit. Oops. Windy today. Perfect. Okay, bon appetit. If you haven't had a chance to catch any of our videos yet, please feel free to click on one of the links on the end of this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and add a comment. So from me, Doug and Bella, bye for now. Thanks for watching.